I never thought hospital security footage would save my life. But then again, I never thought my own family would be the ones trying to destroy it. My name is Maya Chen, and this is the story of how one Tuesday afternoon exposed 15 years of lies. The tingling started in my left hand during breakfast. I knew what was coming. I'd lived with type 1 diabetes since I was 7 years old. My blood sugar was dropping fast. "Grandma," I said, my voice already sounding far away, "I need my glucose tablets." She looked up from her tea, her expression cold and calculated. "Do you really, Maya? Or is this another one of your performances?" I was 22 years old, living with my grandmother after my parents died in a car accident when I was 8. She'd raised me. She'd also spent the last 15 years convincing everyone, doctors, teachers, extended family, that I was exaggerating my condition for sympathy. "Please," I whispered, feeling my vision start to blur. "It's real this time, it's always real." "Convenient timing," she said, standing up slowly. "Right before your endocrinologist appointment. You know they're going to test your blood sugar there anyway. Let's see if you're really as sick as you claim." My hands started shaking. I tried to stand, to reach the emergency kit I kept in my purse, but my legs wouldn't cooperate. The hypoglycemia was hitting hard and fast. "Grandma, I'm dying," I managed to say. "Such drama," she sighed, collecting her purse. "Come on then, let's get you to your appointment where everyone can witness your little episode." St. Augustine's Medical Center was busy that afternoon. Grandma checked us in, all smiles and concern for the registration staff. "My granddaughter has been feeling unwell," she told them sweetly. "She's always so brave about her condition." I slumped in the waiting room chair, my consciousness fading in and out. Through the fog, I heard her on the phone. "Yes, Karen, I'm at the hospital again. No, she's fine, just another attention-seeking spell. Ever since her parents died, she's used this diabetes thing to manipulate people. I know, it's exhausting." I tried to speak to call for help, but my tongue felt thick and useless. A woman sitting across from us kept glancing over, concern growing on her face. "Excuse me," the woman said, approaching us. "Is your granddaughter okay? She doesn't look well." "She's fine," Grandma said dismissively. "She does this all the time, forgets to eat properly, then makes a scene. It's attention-seeking behavior." "Ma'am, I'm a paramedic," the woman said firmly. "That girl is showing signs of severe hypoglycemia. Does she have diabetes?" "Oh, she claims to," Grandma waved her hand. "But the doctors can never find anything seriously wrong. It's all in her head." The paramedic knelt beside me, checking my pulse. "Her heart rate is dangerously low. We need to get her glucose now." "I don't carry that nonsense," Grandma said. "She needs to learn that faking illness won't get her special treatment." That's when I collapsed. I learned later that the hospital's new security system captured everything in high definition with audio. Every word, every action, every moment of what happened next. As I fell from the chair, the off-duty paramedic caught me and immediately started calling for help. My grandmother didn't move to assist. Instead, she stepped back and said loudly, "See? This is exactly what she does, pure theatrics." A nurse rushed over with a glucometer. "Her blood sugar is 32, we need IV dextrose now." "That can't be right," my grandmother insisted. "Check it again, she's manipulating somehow." The ER doctor arrived with a crash cart. "Ma'am, step back, your granddaughter is in a hypoglycemic crisis." "She's been having these crises for years," Grandma said, making air quotes. "It's how she gets attention. Ever since her parents died in that accident, which she caused, by the way, by distracting them, she's used this diabetes excuse to make people feel sorry for her." The off-duty paramedic's head snapped up. "What did you just say?" "She caused the accident that killed her parents. She was having one of her episodes in the backseat, crying and carrying on. Her father turned around to check on her and hit a truck. She's been milking the guilt ever since." Dr. Sarah Blackwood, the ER physician, had stopped what she was doing. "Mrs. Chen, your granddaughter's glucose is critically low. This is a medical emergency, not attention-seeking. Then why does it always happen when it's most convenient for her?" Grandma demanded, "Right before appointments, right when I have plans, right when she wants something?" They got an IV started and pushed dextrose. I began to come around, hearing voices like I was underwater. "Ma'am," Dr. Blackwood's voice was ice cold. "I need you to step out of this room right now. You can't keep me from my granddaughter. I'm her legal guardian, and I'm calling hospital security and social services. Everything you just said was recorded on our security cameras, and I am legally mandated to report medical neglect." I woke up fully about 30 minutes later in a hospital bed. My grandmother was gone. Instead, a kind-faced woman in business attire sat beside me. Maya, I'm Jennifer Torres, a social worker with the hospital. How are you feeling? Confused, I admitted. Where's my grandmother? She's speaking with hospital security and the police. Maya, we need to talk about what happened today and what's been happening at home. The tears started before I could stop them. She doesn't believe me. She's never believed me. Jennifer handed me tissues. The security footage from the waiting room shows a very concerning pattern of behavior. But we need to hear from you. Are you safe at home? For the first time in 15 years, I told someone the truth. It started right after my parents died, I said, my voice shaking. I was 8. The diabetes diagnosis came a month after the accident. Grandma said I was making it up for attention because I missed my parents. Dr. Blackwood joined us, tablet in hand. Maya, I've been reviewing your medical records. There are some very troubling gaps and inconsistencies. She controls everything, I said. My appointments, my medication, my medical records. She tells the doctors I'm non-compliant, that I don't follow instructions, that I'm dramatic. How does she control your medication? Jennifer asked. I took a deep breath. She keeps it locked in her room, says if I really need it, I'll ask properly. Sometimes she forgets to give me my insulin. Says if I have a real reaction, it'll prove I actually have diabetes. Dr. Blackwood's jaw tightened. How often does she withhold insulin? Once or twice a month, sometimes more if she's angry with me. She says the hospital visits prove I'm not managing my condition properly, that I'm being careless to get attention. Maya, Dr. Blackwood said carefully, withholding necessary medication from someone with type 1 diabetes is life-threatening. Has she ever prevented you from treating low blood sugar episodes? All the time, I whispered. She hides my glucose tablets, locks up the emergency glucagon, says I need to learn to manage better, that I'm using diabetes as a crutch. Jennifer was writing rapidly. What about today? Did you ask for help before you collapsed? I told her I needed glucose tablets during breakfast. She said I was performing. Then she said we should wait until the appointment to see if it was real. A knock interrupted us. A police detective entered, introducing himself as Detective Marcus Williams. Miss Chen, we've reviewed the security footage from today. Your grandmother's statements and actions are being investigated. But I need to ask, has she ever directly harmed you or endangered your life? The question opened a floodgate. Over the next 2 hours, I detailed 15 years of medical abuse. Insulin regularly withheld as punishment for perceived misbehavior. Emergency supplies locked away or hidden. Being forced to prove I had diabetes by going without medication until I had a severe reaction. Appointments canceled or skipped because I was faking. Medical alert bracelet confiscated because it was embarrassing. Being blamed for my parents' death and told I was using diabetes to escape guilt. Dr. Blackwood ordered a comprehensive blood panel. The results were damning. Maya, your A1C is 11.2, she said gently. That indicates very poor blood sugar control over the past 3 months. But more concerning, we found irregular patterns in your insulin levels that suggest inconsistent dosing. I only get insulin when she decides to give it to me, I said numbly. Detective Williams received a call and stepped out. When he returned, his expression was grim. We've executed a search warrant on your grandmother's house. Miss Chen, we found journals, detailed journals spanning 15 years. My grandmother had documented everything, not as evidence of abuse, but as proof of my manipulation. Detective Williams read excerpts. Maya claimed to need insulin today. Gave her saline instead to test if she's really diabetic. She had a reaction 3 hours later, obviously faking. Real diabetics would react immediately. Hid her glucose tablets to see if she'd have a genuine emergency. She found them in my room and stole them. This proves she's sneaking and lying, not actually sick. Took Maya to ER again. She collapsed at school. Teachers panicked. Doctors gave her IV dextrose. The attention she gets from these episodes reinforces the behavior, must be stricter. There were hundreds of entries. Years of documented medical neglect disguised as behavioral experiments. They also found stockpiles of my medication that should have been given to me. Videos she'd recorded of me during hypoglycemic episodes, narrating how I was performing. Correspondence with online forums where she complained about attention-seeking chronically ill youth. A locked box containing my medical alert bracelet, my parents' life insurance information, and forged documents. The life insurance, Jennifer said carefully, Maya, did you know your parents left you a substantial trust fund? I shook my head. Grandma said there was nothing. That we lived on her retirement and my parents left us with debt. Your trust fund has over $400,000, Detective Williams said. Your grandmother has been your trustee. She's been using the medical expenses she creates, the ER visits, the hospitalizations from untreated episodes, to drain the account. She's been billing your insurance and your trust for unnecessary treatments while withholding the basic care you actually need. The room spun. 15 years of being called a liar, an attention seeker, a manipulator, and all of it was projection. They let me watch the security footage from the waiting room. Seeing it from outside, my own fading consciousness was surreal and horrifying. My grandmother's face showed no concern as I collapsed. Only annoyance. When the paramedic tried to help, she actively interfered. When the nurse checked my blood sugar and called for emergency intervention, she suggested they were being fooled. And her statement, her casual cruelty about my parents' death, blaming me for the accident, was captured in crystal clarity. I never knew she blamed me, I said, tears streaming down my face. I was 8 years old, sitting in a car seat. How could I have caused anything? Dr. Blackwood pulled up the accident report on her computer. You didn't cause anything, Maya. According to the police report, your father was driving safely when a drunk driver ran a red light and struck them. You were unconscious in the backseat. There's no mention of any distraction or episode. Another lie, another 15 years of carrying guilt that was never mine to bear. My grandmother was arrested that evening and charged with medical abuse and neglect of a dependent, child endangerment for the years before I turned 18, financial exploitation, fraud related to insurance and trust fund manipulation, and forgery of medical documents. The security footage was the cornerstone of the prosecution. You can deny abuse behind closed doors, but you can't deny what's captured on camera in a crowded hospital waiting room. I gave a victim impact statement at her trial 6 months later. For 15 years, I was told I was a liar, I said, looking directly at her. That my medical condition was fake, that I was seeking attention, that I killed my own parents. You made me believe I was broken, manipulative, guilty. But the cameras showed the truth. They showed you standing there while I nearly died. They showed you blaming me for an accident I didn't cause. They showed you prioritizing your narrative over my life. I have permanent damage to my health because of delayed and inconsistent treatment. My kidneys show early signs of diabetic nephropathy. My eyes have damage, all preventable with proper care. But I'm alive, and I'm finally free. The judge sentenced her to 12 years in prison, with mandatory psychiatric treatment. I'm 24 now, living in my own apartment paid for with the trust fund money that was always meant to be mine. My diabetes is finally well controlled with a proper regimen, a continuous glucose monitor, and an insulin pump. I'm in college, studying to become a diabetes educator and patient advocate. I want to help other people who have been medically abused or neglected, who have been told their conditions are all in their head. I joined a support group for survivors of medical abuse by caregivers. The stories are heartbreaking and all too common. Parents who withhold asthma medication to toughen up their kids. Caregivers who deny mobility aids to avoid enabling. Family members who sabotage treatment to maintain control. My grandmother writes me letters from prison. I don't read them. My therapist keeps them in a file, in case I ever want to, but I don't think I will. She still maintains she was trying to help me, trying to prevent me from becoming dependent on the sick role. The cameras told a different story. I have coffee once a month with Jennifer Torres, the social worker who first listened to me. She's become a friend and mentor. We talk about cases, about healing, about how to build a life after betrayal. Dr. Blackwood is my endocrinologist now. My A1C is 6.8, solidly in the healthy range. You're thriving, Maya, she told me at my last appointment. With proper care, you can live a full, healthy life. Proper care, such a simple concept, such an impossible dream for 15 years. I wear my medical alert bracelet every day now, not hidden under sleeves, but visible and proud. It's not a sign of weakness or attention-seeking. It's a tool that could save my life. On the anniversary of that day in the hospital, I went back to St. Augustine's Medical Center. I found the waiting room where it all happened, where the cameras captured the truth I'd been speaking for 15 years. I sat in that same chair and cried, not from fear or pain this time, but from relief and gratitude. The cameras had seen what I couldn't make anyone believe. The cameras had saved my life. And now, finally, I was living it.